There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. I say it all the time. You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain so when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it.
Nothing great is going to come without you having to deal with what I call adversity and pain tolerance.
Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
That's why I even try and tell people that just embrace the struggle, bro, because one day it's gonna be done.
I just cracked one day and I was like, fuck happiness.
If life was nothing but green lights and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection, then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve.
Rock bottom. Bottom isn't when you experience the worst moment of your life.
Definitely.
Bottom is when you change.
It's when you actually, it's when you touch it, when you smell it, when it's right on your face,
Yeah,
you feel it.
and
It's not about severity of what the thing is. It's about
it's about what you do with it once it happened.
I get the princess or get the treasure. I get happier about the harder it is because I know that no one else will follow.
It's a selection effect.
And I think if you can shift from this is hard to no one else will be able to do this, then it flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to oh, poor everyone else who's gonna have to fucking try.
You want to feel good, if you want to feel like your life has meaning, if you want to go to bed and sleep with a clear conscience, if you want to wake up in the morning looking forward to the day, purpose is a more meaningful, more reliable category than happiness.
For myself, you guys have no idea. When you're hurt, how do you feel? You lay down, right? You take a second, you go, you take your vitamins, you do your thing. When I'm hurt, I love it. I love that feeling because it's real. That's the most realest feeling that you could ever have, is being in pain, because everything else, happiness could be fake, crying could be fake, but pain, shit, that's real.
Being in a state of pain or living in a state of anxiety or in a state of suffering comes from attachment, right? So when you're attached to things, attached to people, attached to identities, attached to philosophies, attached to all these things, then you end up being in a situation where you experience pain. But you don't have to experience suffering if you live in a state of what? No expectation, where you're just living life, taking it day by day, step by step, and enjoying yourself.
There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. And that's the reality of it. So you have to create a false reality to live in that, just to get to work on yourself. Where we find comfort, that's where I started getting scared. When I started saying, oh, it's raining, I'm not going out there. No, you cannot say that. You cannot do that. You have got to do this. So whatever my brain thought, I did the opposite.
And he looks back and decides that all those years he suffered, those were the best years of his life. Because they made him who he was. All the years he was happy, total waste. Didn't learn a thing. So, if you sleep until you're 8...
It might be April where you are, and you're expecting nice weather and shit, but it's 20 degrees. So, you might be somewhere where it's too fucking hot. So, you might have sore legs, sore back, sore shoulder. So, the struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder. I was out yesterday, getting after it. Had one of the best runs I've had in a long time. PR'd that bitch. So, no one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. Those who take me literally, so, I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better. Not for those who want to stay the same. Stay hard.